Well, good morning again. Daniel Valdez again. Pleasure and honor to talk to you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it tons. Hey, guess what? Christmas came early. It gets to the point in the summer where you just stop asking when the BOA lists, the participant lists are coming out, and then they come out. So here we are. The participant list came out. We'll go over, it'll be a general overview of it. Um, I usually wait for like the big nerd in stuff to like go over each and every program and go through all that stuff. So there will be time for that later when the season starts and stuff like that. But this will be just a general overview looking at trends, which contests are gaining participants in the state of Texas, and which contests are maybe staying the same. You'll be pretty happy with the numbers, I'm sure. So let's just get to it. Let's go over the participant list. By the way, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to this, my name is Daniel Valdez. I'm one of the admins, one of the moderators, one of the live bloggers for TexasBands.com. Follow me on Instagram at DanPodValdez. I'm also on Twitter, by the way. Yes, at DanPodValdez. Yes, there's Twitter stuff. Absolutely. And if you're on the Facebook, follow the TexasBands.com Facebook page. We're always posting news, notes, all sorts of fun stuff on there. So please follow, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Great, great. So let's go over the list. The participant list came out. So we're just go regional by regional and just kind of, again, general overview. So please, every time I kind of do one of these things, I get messages about, hey, how come you didn't mention my band? Well, the whole intention is to not really do that until the nerd in when we go over the schedule and we do all that stuff. This is a general overview, so forgive me if whatever. Cool. McAllen Regional, September 17th, Veterans Memorial Stadium down in McAllen, Texas. They had 21 bands last year at that contest. And this year they have, I believe, the exact same amount, 21 programs, which is about normal for the McAllen Regional. Last year, as we know, because of the excessive heat, there was a little bit of a they had to modify the contest a little bit, to say the least. They had to wait for the sun to go down, and there was, very it was a very confusing contest to say the least. But all for the health and wellness and the safety of the participants, the performers, all that stuff. So hopefully we don't have another incident like we did last time where we have to modify the contest because of the heat. Never want anybody to be injured or suffer any sort of heat related illness for a marching contest. It's just it's not worth it. So so we're going back there. Hopefully the weather cooperates, and we can we should just ask you. I mean, Elon Musk, doesn't he live down the street? Why can't we just ask to build like a giant dome down there? I don't know. I'm just talking here. So 21 programs, pretty much the same programs you would expect at the McAllen Regional. As you all know, Brandeis High School is the reigning defending champion, and they will be back there. So good stuff for all the South Texas programs that are going to be participating at the McAllen Regional. Let's head over. And we're actually going to claim this. Yeah, we're claiming this the same weekend, September 17th. There's a brand new Las Cruces, New Mexico regional. I'm like, why does that make? Why are we claiming that for Texas? Well, it's about an hour drive from El Paso, and we have some El Paso programs heading out there. There are 14 bands currently signed up for the Las Cruces regional. Now, when I say currently signed up, there's always a little bit of attrition in terms of who gets scheduled and who ends up dropping contests for various reasons. I mean, a lot of the time, well, not a lot of the time, but some of the times, especially now, you have directors that sign up for these events back in like January, and those directors end up leaving. And then you have new directors that come in and they're looking at the schedule and they're like, hey, maybe we don't go to that contest. Maybe we go to another contest or something like that. So there's always a little bit of shuffling going around. So these lists are not set in stone. This is just what Bands of America has paperwork on. Cool. So the Las Cruces, New Mexico Regional. This is very important because we've been trying to get El Paso programs to participate in Bands of America for a while. There was some back end stuff that had absolutely nothing to do with the performers that kind of kept El Paso programs from participating in the BOA system. Yes, El Paso is far away from a lot of regionals. The closest one is Midland, and even then, it's a long drive to get there. So we do have We do have several programs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting off the top of my head, we got 6 programs going over to the Las Cruces regional. Most of them um, from the El Paso area. So this is going to be it'll be a great regional. Starting out small for right now, 14 programs. I imagine it will grow. The following year, it's definitely going to grow. So that'll be a great contest to keep an eye on, and we want that to grow. We want that to build, and we want more programs out in West Texas to participate in the BOA system. So Las Cruces, New Mexico, that's going to be at the New Mexico State University, the stadium at New Mexico State University, which is a fantastic venue. They have kind of their New Mexico State Championship at that stadium. It's fantastic from everything that I hear. So we go to the next week. Austin Regional, of course, back at the crack, the kids call it. Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. They had 23 bands there last year. We have 26 bands there this year. As we know, we all know what to expect from the Austin Regional. It's going to be, they're taking 12 finalists like we always did, like we have done, like we did last year. That was a change. 12 finalists for a regular regional, 14 for a super regional. We go 12 for nationals. Cool. We know that we're only taking 12. It's going to be very difficult to get into Austin regional, and the stands are going to be packed, and it's going to be one of the best contests of the year. That's exactly what we that's exactly what we expect for this type of event. I mean, same names as always. We've got a couple of newer names that are in there, programs that haven't necessarily participated in the Bands of America system in a while, so it's good to see them back in there. So, of course, Austin Regional, you know what to expect. If you're in the Austin area and you can get to the contest, get there. It's going to be excellent. Same weekend, Shenandoah, Texas, Woodforest Bank Stadium, Conroe ISD. That is the lovingly called the North Houston Regional. 23 bands were there last year. Now we're up to 24 programs last year. Houston is one of 2 cities that has 2 regionals on separate sides of the town. So this is your North Regional. The whole point is to kind of divide it geographically. But of course, you can sign up for whatever you want. So a lot of the same names were there at the North Houston Regional last year. Defending champion is the Woodlands High School there. So we'll see how everything shakes out for them. A lot of changes around the Houston area, a lot of director shuffling and all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be very, very interesting to watch and see which programs are able to push forward and be successful during the season, considering staff changes and director changes and all of that fun stuff. So that's your North Texas Regional. Now we got to go out for the next week. Got a couple of regionals there. We got to do the West Texas Regional. That was 30. That's at Legacy Stadium, KDISD. Legacy Stadium was there last year. Fun stuff. Had a blast. Last year there were 30 bands signed up, or 30 bands participated. This year there are currently 31 signed up. Reagan is the defending champion at the West Houston Regional. Fantastic performance last year, and again a lot of the same names, which is what we like to see. That's exactly what we want. Very interesting to see. You've got one or a couple of programs coming out from San Antonio to come and participate at the West Houston Regional. So it's a great venue. I loved it. The Houston people love it. So let's get out there and see what we can accomplish out there at the Katy, Texas Regional. Let's keep on going. Let's go to the next week. Very interesting. DFW Regional, Dallas-Fort Worth Regional, as it's branded. Pennington Field. That's the Hearst Euless Bedford ISD Stadium, lovingly known as Pennington Field. It's very interesting. 31 bands competed at Bedford last year. Only 25 are signed up this year. There's a very big reason for that, and I'm going to get to that in a few seconds. Dallas-Fort Worth Regional. This is the Pennington one. I might as well just tell you now. There are 2 DFW regionals now because the demand is so massive over there in the Metroplex that they needed to add another regional. The Prosper Regional is going to happen the following week. So this is actually branded the Dallas-Fort Worth Mid-Cities Regional, which is pretty interesting. You have a couple of programs that are here. Again, this is a very common theme. You're going to have several programs that have never participated in BOA before, and now they're starting to, they're starting to kind of hopefully buy in and start participating with BOA contests. You've got excellent names here. You have names we all know from UIL success. You may know them on the UIL side. Now they're going to try their hand at Bands of America type style. So very, very cool stuff here. You have a couple of programs that are here that are going to end up going out of state for some contests in a week or two afterwards. So definitely good stuff. And of course, that regional is always great. it's always fantastic. So if you're in the DFW area, get out to Pennington Field. As of right now, 25 bands are signed up. Your usual suspects, along with several programs that have never done BOA before, just trying to jump into the mix. Same weekend, Midland, Texas. That is Grande Communication Stadium. Yes, we're still doing our thing out in West Texas. We had 24 programs participate in 2021. There are currently 25 programs signed up in 2022. That is exactly what you want to see when you're determining whether to have a regional in a certain place. If that number at Midland kept going down and down and down, then it's time to reevaluate. If you have something there, that's just smart business. You don't want to put something out there and only 10 programs sign up year after year after year, especially if there's a decline in how many programs sign up year over year. You don't want that. So thankfully, Midland contest is still going on, still doing their thing. Lots of course, West Texas programs that are going there. We have a couple of programs from Austin. The Mo and Gene Johnson Machine is the reigning defending Midland champion. So they're coming back there to defend their title. Excellent stuff there. Oh, by the way, skipped over the DFW. DFW regional champion is currently Flower Mound High School. So they're coming back there to do their thing for the DFW regional as well. And just looking over the list, you got a couple of programs from out of state, which is what we want to see. That's exactly what we want. Everybody's welcome here. Come on down. Let's play some music. Let's have some fun. So you got Clovis from New Mexico. You've got Piedmont from Oklahoma. So you've got a couple of programs that, the Texas programs aren't necessarily used to hearing because they're from out of state. Remember, our state's massive. So a lot of the same programs from the previous year, as well as some programs from out of state. That's exactly what you want to see. So that is the Midland Regional. I can't tell you how happy this was. This was a thing that was like, our programs from West Texas going to really buy into this? Are they going to want to go? Are they going to want to participate? And the answer is a resounding yes. They want to be there. So that's great. That's exactly what we want to see. We go out to St. Louis the following week for the St. Louis Super Regional. Why are we talking about that? Because we got some representation out there. St. Louis, we sent believe it was 4 programs out there. I hope that's right. 4 programs out there last year. This year there are 3 programs from the state of Texas that are going to St. Louis, Missouri to represent the state of Texas at the Super Regional out of state. So that is LD Bell, that's Lake Travis, and that is Oak Ridge heading out to represent our good name. So best travels to them, and good luck to them out there. St. Louis, Missouri is always a fun contest, especially seeing for programs out of state and seeing how our Texas programs line up with the programs out in the Midwest. The North Texas Regional, this is the same weekend. This is a brand new regional. It is at Prosper ISD Children's Health Stadium. What a great name. Fantastic stadium. Fun fact, $7,500 million to build. So that's a real number. Look it up. Fantastic venue. I can't wait for the contest to go down there. The Prosper Regional has 26 programs signed up so far. It's a lot. That's a lot for a first time regional. And like I said, the DFW area, the Metroplex area, they want that event there. They want that event there. They needed to have 2 regionals. They just needed it. Who knows? Maybe in 5 years we have a 3rd regional in Houston, a 3rd regional in Texas. Might as well just start our own circuit. Why the heck not? Again, more programs from out of state coming down to Texas to try their hand at a regional over here. Choctaw, Oklahoma, is a very good program out of Oklahoma that went to the Indianapolis Super Regional last year and made finals. Neosho from Missouri, Owasso from Oklahoma. We got programs from out of state coming down, want to hang out. We also have programs that are trying decorated programs decorated programs that are coming down to BOA for the very first time. For instance, Highland Park is coming to the Prosper Regionals. The first time they're going to be doing the BOA stuff. They're former silver medalists. They're a state finalist, consistent state finalist for UIL. And then you have Mineola High School, which has several state championships in Conference 3A for UIL. You're going to love them. We rave about them every single year when it comes to UIL stuff. It is such a joy to watch them work. It is such a joy to hear them play and perform their shows. You're going to love them. You're going to love them. I'm so happy that they're coming for the Prosper Regional. So lots of great stuff there. And of course, you have plenty of programs from the DFW area that are going to, some of them are doing both. Some programs are doing Pennington Field Regional and the Prosper Regional. Some are doing one or the other. It just kind of depends on, what your philosophy is and how much you want to schedule. Remember, all of this stuff is going on. We still got to take care of UIL stuff too. So, pacing yourself as a program is very important during a state year. Remember, this year it's Conference 2A, 4A, and 6A UIL state contests. So you don't want to do too much you don't want to do too much and overexert your kids and burn them out at the end of the year. At the same time, you don't want to do too little because then the motivation isn't really there to go full force. You want to find that balance there, and it's different from every program. So Prosper Regional, that's going to be a very successful regional. Excellent stuff. The Orlando, Florida regional. Like, why the heck are we talking to Orlando, Florida? Well, because we're sending James Bowie out there. That's why. Texas program, James Bowie out of Austin, heading over to the Florida regional. They're going to do very well over there, I promise you. So good luck to them. Can't wait to see what they do over there at the Orlando, Florida regional. That's at Camping World Stadium. And that's a fantastic venue. It's been holding the regional for several years and probably for many, many, many more. So, and then we head over to, of course, cue the Empire music. Do, 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 do. Why? Because Waco. That's why. October 29th on the banks of the Brazos River, Baylor University, McAllen Stadium, Waco, Texas. Very big day on October 29th. The reason why is because that's UIL area contest for 6A. So all the 6A programs are going to be very busy, which means the 5A programs have taken over Waco, Texas. We're taking it back, all right? You understand me? And you look at me when I talk to you. 23 bands signed up in 2021. 30 bands are signed up in 2022. The reason for that big jump is because remember last year, Conference 5A had UIL state contest last year along with 6A. So you had programs that, wanted to do the Waco region. I think if I remember correctly, the state contest was a couple of days after Waco regional. I think it's fuzzy. Sorry. So you had some programs that wanted to get one more performance in there before state. The other programs are like, hey, we'll just rehearse or take it easy that weekend before we head over to San Antonio and figure it out in the Alamo Dome for state. So you're going to have more programs here because 5A does not have state UIL this year. So we have more programs over at Waco. The reigning defending champion is Cedar Park High School. That was the first Bands of America Regional Championship they won last year. So I believe 7 out of the 12 5A state finalists from last year are going to be at this event. So this is going to be a very big deal. Of course, we have a couple of programs from the state of Texas that are going to nationals that are actually going to the Waco contest as well. So this is a sneaky good contest. Okay, this is going to be very difficult to predict. It's going to be difficult, believe it or not. You don't discount it because there's 5A programs. It's going to be very difficult to get admission into that event for the finals contest. You want to get to finals, you better bring it because these 5A programs, they're hungry still. So that's going to be a thing. You have former state champions. You have Cedar Park. You've got Argyle, who's a UIL 4A state champion. You got a program from Kansas coming down to hang out with us. Blue Valley Southwest is going to come down to Waco and hang out with us for a while. I mean, this is a sneaky good contest. You're gonna really want to pay attention to this one. So you can look to everybody in Waco. Then, of course, we gotta go. Guess what? We gotta go to San Antonio. Come on down. You're all welcome. You are all welcome here. San Antonio Super Regional 4th and 5th at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. 72 bands signed up last year. There are 82 programs this year. Yes, we got more. Of course, that a lot of that has to do with several programs not having to do state contest. It also has to do with programs not having to go to nationals. Last year we had a million programs from Texas go to nationals, and there were some decisions about whether to do a UIL or skip the super regional, and everybody did their own kind of thing. So 82 programs here. I mean, you can just look through the list and see that, hey, making that top 14, good luck. It's not going to be difficult. It's not going to be very easy. It never is here. It is all Texas programs here. All Texas programs. Did I get that right? Let me look through here real quick. Yep, I think it's all Texas programs that are here. So it's just us. Barbecues, more barbecue for us. That's fine. Again, lots of programs that have started out and that are just starting out in BOA contests. They're coming down. They're going to come hang out here. Lots of 5A programs as well. So you know how that's going to work. It's going to be a tough ticket to get into that Saturday night show. So good luck to everybody at the San Antonio Super Regional. Then, of course, we go to Grand Nationals. Grand Nationals. Yes, Indianapolis, Indiana. Lucas Oil Stadium. Oh, by the way, San Antonio Super Regional champion, Hebron. Yeah. So they're coming back to defend their title and see what's and see what's up down there. Indianapolis Grand National Championships. Gotta love it. I'll be back there. My crew will be back there too. Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. I don't have the numbers for how many programs are actually attending this year. I do know that for Grand Nationals last year, we had 7 programs from the state of Texas representing us in 2021. In 2022, we have 4 brave, wonderful programs from the state of Texas that are going up to going up to Indianapolis, going up to Grand Nationals to defend our honor. And we got to get behind them. We got to get behind the Bo and G Johnson machine out of Buda. We got to get behind Prosper, who's a former national finalist. That's going to be heading up there. We got to get behind Robert E. Hendrickson, who's going up there, who's back. Henny's back. Another state finalist. Program has never been to nationals. That from everything that I've heard, they want to get out there. We got to get behind Carroll High School too. They're going up there. State finalists last year. It seemed like a little bit of a surprise. It wasn't to me. I called that. That's a program on the rise too. So they're going to head up to Grand Nationals. We got our 4 programs up there. They're going to love it. They're going to love that event. So a bit of a different year in terms of, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Every single event, basically every single Texas regional has increased numbers, except for Bedford, except for the Pennington Field one. But the reason that's happening is because Prosper's going on too. Bedford has 25 bands signed up. Prosper has 26 programs signed up. That's exactly what you want. You want everything kind of even. You don't want one event to be favored over the other, because then everybody gravitates to the other event, and then that event that has no programs ends up going away. We don't want that. We want as many contests as possible, and then you let the bands pick which ones they want to go to. There's plenty of bands here. There's plenty of competition here. There's a bunch of crazy people that want to try to win all the trophies and medals. Let them do it. Give them the opportunity. So that's your lineup. That's what's going on. I can't wait for another fantastic, incredible season. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this season. It's fantastic. It's gonna be great. And I'm basically done here. So keep posted. I'm gonna go ahead and post the link to the BOA schedule. I'll post it in the description of the video or the podcast link. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment and share and share and share. Keep this going. Keep it going. Keep it going. We had a lot of people share the TMEA honor band results. Congratulations to everybody who participated in that process. Had a lot of people share that stuff. Share the podcast too. Share the damn podcast. Tell people about it. Let them know. Let them know what's going on. Let's grow this audience big time. I'm done here. I am gonna rest for the rest of the weekend, except for DCI San Antonio, which happens tomorrow. If you're gonna be at the event, feel free to come by, say hi, find me in the stands. Be happy to talk with you. I'm done here. It's time to rest. And good luck to everybody at Summer Band. Next week, we're going to talk about Summer Band stuff. I know Summer Band's starting for a lot of people next week. We're going to talk about it next week. We're going to talk about that stuff. We're gonna hash it out. I'm gonna tell you how to be successful at summer band. We're gonna talk about rules and regulations. I'm gonna talk to you how to win summer band and all that fun stuff. Everybody's talking about surviving summer band. I don't want that. That's a negative thing. We don't want to survive summer band. I want to thrive in summer band. See what I did there? Good. Pay attention. I'm done here. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Adios. Bye bye.